Hey guys, so I do a lot of reviews, but I have a lot of products that I either just don't have a chance to get to, and I still have a lot of thoughts about them, or I'm just doing other videos. So I thought I would try and do my first 10 in 10. So I'm going to try and review 10 products in 10 minutes. So, I thought I'd start with the Truly Organic Glass Skin Serum, which I really actually like. Overall, the ingredient list is rather short, but it's not fragranced, and it's highly moisturizing. And if you have sensitive skin or skin allergies, it's a really great product despite the packaging. So it goes on skin very nicely. However, because of the jar packaging and the fact that they don't use a lot of preservatives in their products, you really want, if you pick this up, you want to go use it as fast as you can and go through it. But it's very nice, light, hydrating cream. Kind of has a whip texture to it almost. But so far, really liking it. The Truly Organic's a great brand, and I've got a lot more of their products that hopefully I'll have more time to review. But I thought several of you guys have asked about it, so I start with their glass skin serum. If you're thinking about picking it up, it's a definite winner. As long as you don't have a lot of backlog of other products you're meaning to get to, or if you don't think you're going to open up and use it one day and then shut it and set it aside for four or 5 days and then come back to it. If you open it up, just go through it because then you'll get the most out of it instead of having it. I can tell even after having this for a few months, the solution started to harden a little bit and be a little bit less of a serum, gelish, creamish texture, and a little bit harder. So if you pick this up, overall, it's a winner in my book, especially if you have sensitive skin or winners. So that is my first one. I'll go to another product that I've been meaning to get to and just haven't had time, and that is the e.l.f. Antioxidant Booster Drops. They recently released 3 new drop products. I think one's meant to be hydrating. One's, I think, got vitamin C in it. Anyway, so their booster drops, really liking. It doesn't have any fragrance in it, and I've been liking using this in, I'll throw a couple drops into my moisturizer in the evening or sometimes in the daytime. And it doesn't have any scent to it, which is really nice, and it's loaded with beneficial ingredients. The packaging is on point, dropper bottle. It's affordable. So if you're thinking about picking these up, the booster drops are the ones I really like, but the other 2 versions are also pretty solid, reliable. It didn't look like they had any fragrance in them, but booster drops have a lot of good beneficial ingredients, such as niacinamide. Vitamin C is in there, vitamin E, snow mushroom, which is showing up in a lot of products. So pretty good list of ingredients, and not a lot of fragrance, not any fragrance in this one. So well worth checking out and very affordable as well. So let me move on to a product I didn't like quite as much, which is the Aveeno Positively Radiant Micellar Gel Cleanser. It has a nice gel texture to it, but to be honest, micellar cleanser is usually great at removing makeup or residue. This one just doesn't quite fit the bill for that. If you do a double cleanse or you're religious about following up with a toner afterwards, that will make it a little bit better. But I noticed every time I use this, I had leftover makeup on and my cotton pad was rather dirty. It also has a decent amount of fragrance in it. What I do like about it is the fact that it doesn't leave your skin feeling tight or dry afterwards. But for the price, there's just better cleansers out there, and it's average, subpar, in my opinion, product. But still, if you don't wear a lot of makeup or you're religious about using your toner afterwards, it's a good one to go with, I guess, if you like Aveeno and the brand. So let me go with something else I liked a little bit more. And Sephora recently released a 3.0 collection of their face cream, eye cream. I've got a cleanser out. I've got several of them. This one is their 3-in-1, 3 oils nourishing moisturizer, which is meant to be for your face. It's pretty solid. I know I left the foil on as much as I can because I kind of dig in. But this one has kind of also a whip texture to it. It does have amount of fragrance in it, which isn't overwhelming, and it does dissipate pretty quickly. But I find myself digging into it from time to time and using it. I like to leave the foil on to kind of protect it, and then I'll dig in with the spatula and get the product out. But This one's decent. Their eye cream does also have a little fragrance in it, which is a little concerning for a product meant to be around the eyes. The cleanser is really good, and the glow cream, I really like that one too, and that one's packaged in a tube. So overall, it's okay. It's got some issues with it, but overall, if you don't have sensitive skin, I can definitely see how you might find this to be a winning product for you, and if you don't mind a little bit of fragrance. But the fragrance does dissipate. It just takes a little bit of time. So overall, it's okay. So those are kind of my quick thoughts on that one. I will go now to the L'Oreal Collagen. I saw this everywhere. It's kind of a newer version to them. And to be honest, I could only use this a couple times because the scent of this one was just too overwhelming. It has a very heavy scent to it, which takes a very long time to dissipate. And it comes in a very thick jar. You see, I haven't used much of it. It's got kind of a very thick cream to it. And it's got just, I don't know, the scent kind of reminds me of... I don't know. You know what? There's a lady at the gym I go to, and I think this is what she always smells like. And it's very overwhelming. I usually have to get 2 treadmills away from her so I don't smell it. It makes... Sometimes I get migraines from a lot of fragrance. It's got some good ingredients in there, but overall, it's just far, 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 far too fragrant for me. I'm sure, you know, when I see it in stores, it looks like it's always low on stock. So a lot of people must like this. And must not mind the fragrance as much as I do, but yeah, I don't know. L'Oreal owns like almost 99, well, not, I won't say that. L'Oreal owns tons of other brands, so I don't know why they still stick with some of their fragrant products when I think fragrance-free and low fragrance products are starting to become more popular, but overall, it's far too, just even putting it on my hand, I'm sorry, I have to wipe it off. It's too much for me, so anyway. So I will move on to a moisturizer that's a little bit better. Cetaphil came out with a newer kind of redness relieving line, and this is their night moisturizer. And this one's a pretty decent moisturizer, especially for an affordable brand. And I like using this one on my neck when it gets really dry, especially at night. It definitely has calmed my skin down. It's got a decent lotiony serum type texture to it, which applies very easily, smooths in nicely. Cetaphil brand as a brand for me is very, very hit or miss. It just depends on the specific product, but overall this one's a good one. It doesn't have any fragrance in it. They didn't seem to use Cetaphil and CeraVe from time to time use parabens as preservatives. They didn't go that route with this product. So if you have dry skin, it is a good drugstore moisturizer for you, and you can see it absorbed pretty quickly and leaves your skin feeling nice and hydrated. So overall, this one's a good winner in my book in terms of products I've tried but haven't had a chance to review yet. So let's see, what am I going to... I'll go to... I got a lot of cleansers up here. Estee Lauder came out with a Super Pomegranate Nutrious cleanser, and it is pretty scented. It cleanses quasi-gently. It doesn't leave your skin feeling tight afterwards, but it does have quite a scent to it as well, which is kind of a fruity floral scent to it. It does a decent job removing surface makeup, except for around the eye area. That's where I had some issues with this. But again, if you do a double cleanse or are religious about toning afterwards, I can see how you wouldn't have any issues with it. But to be honest, it's a little expensive for what you get, especially when it has some fragrance in it. There's better cleansers out there, but this is a decent one. It's okay, especially if you don't mind the fragrance. And it does a decent job if you don't wear a ton of makeup, especially eye makeup. It really had some issues removing eye makeup. But overall, it's okay. I wouldn't really recommend it to anybody, but I wouldn't say, hey, it's in your routine, you need to change it and take it out. So overall, it's okay. So, and then another cleanser. This is going to be the last cleanser I've got. The Avene Cleanance. I think I picked this up from FabFitFun on sale. You know what? I've been using this on my face and body. Well, no, I used this on my face for a couple weeks. And then when I picked it up the other day, I noticed it said on here, face and body. Well, when I see something that says face and body, I never use it on my face again. And I'm sure they're trying to state that it's gentle enough for your face, but strong enough to cleanse your body. But when I see, I don't know why that is, but when I see something's like that, or if I see like a lotion that says it can wash your hair, condition your hair, and body wash, where it's like 3-in-1, I'm never going to use it on my face. So I don't know. Are you guys like that? I can't. So now I've been using it on my body, but you know what? The top of it is really annoying because when you've got slippery hands covered with lotion, this opening is just, it requires too much force, and when your hands are slippery and wet, to shut it is too much. So anyway, so now I'm just using this on my body, and it's okay. I haven't had any issues with it. I didn't really have any issues with it on my face. It did a decent job. It does have a decent amount of fragrance in it again, but now that it's for face and body, I'm never using it on my face again. And Avene makes better stuff than this one, but I know a lot of people really like it, so I don't know. It's very fragranced. So, okay, on to another product. We've got 2 left. The Casa RX, these are the very simple hydrogel packs, which is kind of a fun concept because it comes with a little tweezers, if I can find them in here. So it comes with a tweezers, and this is meant, these are like little miniature face masks, kind of, in a way. And I always keep these things on. I don't know. So the tweezers are important because they do have a tendency to stick together. But if you have like a specific dry patch of skin and you don't want to use a whole face mask on it, you can just pick out one of these. And these are so thin that, sorry guys. There. Hang on. I'm getting there. You know, if you use the tweezers too aggressively, they will rip, and then you don't want that. But so if you have like a specific dry area, like on your cheek or your forehead, you can just take one of these, here we go, one of these out and just put it over that specific dry area. And there you go. And then just let it sit on the skin for, I don't know, as long as you feel like 15-20 minutes. They're very moist, lots of fluid on them. I did have some issues using on my chin area. It just didn't seem to want to stick properly. But it is nice if you just have an isolated area of dry skin that needs to heal. You can put one of these over it, and it'll do a nice job. And then afterwards, you can take it off and then just massage in the leftover serum that's left on it. But you get, I think, 60 of these, 60 patches, which is nice. And you can kind of use them wherever. The only downside to it is it does contain bergamot oil, like a lot of K-beauty products are starting to have, which can be an issue. So if you already have very sensitive skin, I probably wouldn't recommend using this because of that bergamot oil. But if you don't, and you're not going to be going outside later, there's nothing wrong with it for the most part. But bergamot can be an irritant. But be careful with the tweezers, because if you pull too hard, these will break. So anyway, so kind of like it. It's kind of unique and different and fun. And then my last product is, let me wipe my hand off a little bit. My last product is the UV Moisturizing Skin Cream. And actually, I've gotten so many samples of this, I think, in different beauty boxes. And I think I got this full-size sample in one of my beauty boxes, because I don't think maybe it was a gift with purchase. I can't remember. But anyway, it's supposed to be an all-in-one ointment where you can use this on your lips. You can use it on dry patches. You can use it on your cuticles, your hands. And it's kind of just like a better marketed version of Vaseline in a lot of regards, but it's got a kind of an ointment texture to it, and just apply it wherever your skin is very dry. And it does feel nice and hydrating, and it is. However, it includes camphor, which is typically used as a fragrance ingredient, or it gives things kind of a cooling effect, and that can be damaging to skin, especially if you have sensitive skin, easily irritated skin, and some people that even don't have those issues. Camphor can be kind of not the best for broken skin and things like that. So for a product to say it's going to be healing, I don't know. I think if you're thinking about picking it up, I might just recommend going with Vaseline, which is kind of cheaper and doesn't contain camphor. But I have used it on some dry areas, and it seemed to help just here and there. But any patches I used it on repeatedly for like a week in a row, it didn't do much in the long run. But just on as needed on unbroken skin, I can say it's probably okay. But sensitive skin, it's going to be a little iffy, so be careful with it. So, I don't know. I'm torn on it. Some people really like it, and I don't know. I've found better ointments and skin balms and things like that. So, I don't know. Overall, that was 10 and 10, which I don't think I even did 10 minutes. But anyway, so those are some products I've been meaning to get to reviewing, and I just haven't. So, I just wanted you guys to have my thoughts in case any of these you're thinking about picking up. So, now you have some thoughts on it. So, anyway, thank you guys so much. Check out the Amazon link below, nobsbeauty.com. I've got shirts. Subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much.